At 45, John found himself at a crossroads that he never expected. After more than 2 decades working for the same manufacturing company in Ohio, he arrived one Monday morning only to be told that his position was being eliminated. The company, facing economic challenges, had no choice but to downsize. The news hit John hard. For years he had given his all, working late, taking extra shifts and mentoring new hires. Now he stood in the parking lot, clutching a small box of his belongings, uncertain about his future. The first few weeks were the hardest. John applied for dozens of jobs and attended countless interviews, but the offers never came. Each rejection chipped away at his confidence. The bills, however, didn't stop. Mortgage payments, insurance, and college tuition for his daughter weighed heavily on his mind. He tried to stay positive for his family, but the stress was overwhelming. One afternoon, while rummaging through old boxes in his garage, John found a notebook filled with sketches and ideas he had jotted down over the years. Ever since he was a child, John loved tinkering and inventing things. He remembered how years ago he had drawn up plans for a more ergonomic garden tool, a simple idea that he never pursued because life always seemed too busy. But now, with time on his hands and little to lose, he wondered if maybe this was his chance. Armed with determination, John dusted off his old sketches and started researching. He read books on entrepreneurship, watched online tutorials, and reached out to local business mentors. His first prototype was rough, cobbled together with spare parts and a heavy dose of trial and error. But as he refined his design, he started to believe in the potential of his idea. John used his modest severance pay to purchase materials and patent his invention. He set up a small workshop in his basement and spent long hours perfecting his product. The days blurred together, but for the first time in years, John felt a renewed sense of purpose. With encouragement from his family, he decided to take the plunge and launch his own business. He faced setbacks and skepticism at every turn. Friends warned him about the risks of starting a business at his age, and early sales were slow. But John was persistent. He attended local farmers markets, demonstrating his product to anyone willing to listen. His enthusiasm was contagious, and soon, word began to spread. Gardening enthusiasts praised the tool's practicality and comfort. Positive reviews started appearing online, and a local gardening magazine featured his story. As demand grew, John reinvested every dollar he earned back into his business. He learned how to market his product online, built a website, and began shipping orders across the country. He collaborated with local hardware stores and garden centers, slowly building a network of retailers. Each small victory fueled his drive. 5 years after that fateful day in the parking lot, John's company had grown beyond his wildest dreams. His ergonomic garden tool became a staple for hobbyists and professional landscapers alike. He hired a small team, many of whom were people who, like him, had lost their jobs and needed a second chance. John often spoke at community events, sharing his journey and encouraging others to pursue their passions, no matter their age. John's story is a testament to resilience, reinvention, and the power of never giving up on a dream. He proved that it's never too late to start over, and that sometimes the greatest opportunities arise from life's most unexpected challenges.